2 of the How to Knit an ARAN Capelet. We will be carrying on from row 11 with our 20 stitch cabled repeat. We will work in part 2 right up until row 20. So see part 1 for initial stages and part 3 for finishing. Now the written instructions to this series may be purchased if required from the website. So let's get on with the video tutorial. Row 11, I'm just going to recap the repeat for row 11. So on row 11 we knitted 2 and then we purled 15 and knitted 2 and repeat that all the way around until the last 2 stitches here. We're going to place our marker at the end of these purl stitches here. That would be our new beginning and end point. And slip those 2 knit stitches back onto the left needle just for now. So that's row 11, end of row 11. Row 12 is a cabling row, and what we're going to do is cable those 2 stitches there. We're going to cable those to the back of the work. So row 12, slip the next 2 stitches to the back of the work, and then knit 2, and then knit 2 from the cable needle. Following that you purl 15 and that forms the repeat, so repeat that sequence throughout row 12. Row 13, a very easy round. It's knit 4 and purl 15 and repeat that sequence throughout. Row 14, in fact row 14 and row 15 are the same. So rows 14 and 15 begin by knitting 4, purl 7, then we're breaking up this purl section with a knit stitch right in the middle. So we've purled 7, then we knit 1, and then purl 7, and repeat that throughout. Row 16 is a cable back 4 row, so you begin by slipping 2 stitches onto a cable needle and holding them to the back, knitting 2, and then knitting the 2 stitches from your cable needle. Then we purl 7, knit 1, purl 7. Here's our knit 1 coming up. Row 16, the repeat is cable back 4, purl 7, knit 1, purl 7, and repeat that throughout. Row 17, after knitting 4, purl 6 and knit 2, so we'll have 2 little knit stitches in the middle of our purl section. Here knit 2, finish the repeat by purling 7. Row 18. This main cable section here, before we begin it, we're going to make 1 purlwise from a strand. We're going to purl into the back of that strand in order to make the stitch. Then we're going to knit 2 together, and once again we're going to make one from a strand purlwise. I'm going to purl into the back of that strand to make the stitch, except it's very tight and doesn't want to do that. Got it. Then purl 6, 1, 2, 6, and we're going to do a little cable twist here. So with your cable needle, place the first stitch to the back of the work with the cable needle, knit 1, and then knit the stitch from the cable needle, and purl 7 and repeat that sequence again. Row 19, begin by purling 1, then knit 2 together, purl 7, knit 2, and end the repeat, purl 7. Row 19, we purled 1, knitted 2 together, purled 7, knitted 2 and purled 7, and because of that decrease we haven't increased anywhere else to compensate, so we now have 18 stitches along that repeat. Row 20, purl 1, knit 1, purl 7, after purling 7 we knit 3 across this section here. So we've got 3 knit stitches there, purl 6 and repeat that sequence throughout.